Thank you once again for joining me, fellow backpackers of the Backrooms. I'm the Liminal photographer, your ultimate guide to surviving in Transliminal beyond the Backrooms. You may have just arrived in the Backrooms and naturally are asking yourself questions like, what in God's name is that thing? Is this edible? Is this really edible? And what the heck is this weird spiral? Stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to answer all your questions and more in this installment of the ultimate beginner's guide to Transliminal beyond the Backrooms. When you first no-clip, pick up your camera and take a moment to collect yourself, and check out some of the menus you'll be working with in-game.
What is this place?
There won't be much to look at to start with, but we'll need to be aware of some key elements found here. Transliminal offers a lot of customization in terms of gameplay, and there are a few things here that you should check out to get the controls set how you prefer. First off, all the keys can be rebound, but more importantly, be sure to check out the toggle sprint, crouch, and peeking controls and set them how you like. I prefer to toggle crouch only and disable peeking. I also prefer to turn off camera sway. The game does not have a pause function while you're in menus. This isn't a big deal though, as you'll not be attacked by enemies that are not already attacking you, but your hunger, thirst, and fatigue will still go. Even if you do happen to perish in game, you'll return to the start of a given level with all of your items still with you. Or, once you're anchored, you'll return to the heart of electrics. Here we see the status menu after pressing the tab key. This is where you can see info about your health, stamina, sanity, hunger, and thirst. This is also where you can see how much food, drinks, and other survival supplies you have on hand. After pressing I, you'll see the collections menu. As you pick up various items across the Backrooms, they can be seen here. Things like your journal, keys, the tape player, and relics are all displayed. You can also access your tape player controls here. Now that we understand a bit about how the game works and the different menus, we're ready to venture out into the Backrooms, right? Not yet, eager adventurers. We need to learn some of the important safety tips regarding navigating the different levels. The Backrooms of Transliminal are non-Euclidean. What does this mean? You won't be able to retrace your steps as the world is constantly deleting and generating elements around you. Think of the level you're on as a box with defined edges, and there are different layers or sub-levels within each level. Across the Backrooms, you will encounter many threats that pose risks to your health and sanity. But when playing on survival mode, you'll have to contend with surviving against nature as well. As time goes on, you'll begin to notice your hunger and thirst meters begin to drain.
That tastes really strange.
Once they completely deplete, you'll begin to slowly lose health.
I'm literally starving.
The rate of health loss is gradual, but will compound if you've got multiple meters depleted. Hunger can be restored by eating Backshrooms, Memberberries, and energy drinks. To restore your thirst, you'll need to find some Almond Water. This can be found in several places across the Backrooms. You can search in refrigerators, lockers, and on top of shelves. You can carry 3 Almond Waters to start with, and more once you find the backpack. The bottle of unknown substance does not restore thirst. Once your fatigue
sounds nice.
Almost all levels have chairs that can be found, but be aware there are some levels that do not. Stamina represents how long you're able to sprint in Transliminal. While holding the sprint button, your stamina will drain and restore while walking, and restore even faster while standing still. You may notice your max stamina increase after sprinting.
Alright.
This happens when you've exhausted your stamina meter several times, with a reset timer starting after each time you've exhausted yourself. You'll hear Victor say something like this.
Okay. I gotta take a breather.
To know that you've gained experience sprinting. Your stamina will go up by 1 each time you level up.
Oh, this must be that runner's high I've heard about.
And requires more times exhausting your stamina to get to the next level. I briefly want to touch on the edible items in the game. First off, all food items can restore your condition. I already talked a little bit about Almond Water, so we won't spend much more time on that. Just be sure to stock up on as much as possible.
Nutty.
Some of the food in game requires more explanation, however. Man meat is probably the most beneficial and the hardest to find food item. You will only be able to find it after leveling up your max stamina, and once you eat it, it'll only spawn once again after you level up your stamina once more.
That hit the spot.
More common than man meat, you can find Memberberries growing across the Backrooms. Often found in gardens, Memberberries have another effect in addition to restoring your hunger.
That tastes really strange.
Anytime you eat a berry, it teleports you directly to the stage you first tasted it. For instance, if you first tasted your berry on level 0, Any subsequent berries you eat will bring you back to level 0. Unless you're already there, of course. The most common food you'll come across in the Backrooms is Backshrooms. Backshrooms will restore your condition but rapidly decrease your sanity. If you keep eating them past the point which your sanity is depleted, you'll take damage for each one that you eat. Just make sure you're listening to some good tunes and you'll have a good trip. Your sanity is represented by the spiral. The more the spiral is filled up, the more your sanity is depleted. Things like entities and certain levels can cause damage to your sanity. There are a few minor negative effects to be aware of when your sanity meter is at max. The main difference you will immediately notice, your camera will look distorted. The other effect is that you'll see changes to your environment on certain levels. For example, on level 0, you'll see doors that move away from you or deadly pitfalls that you can actually fall into, along with hearing voices and seeing bugs on the wall. The most effective and immediate way to alter your sanity is with the tape player. Depending on the tape that you play, it'll have a corresponding effect on your sanity. Tapes with the green brain icon being restorative and red brain icons being degenerative. You may find other methods within the game to alter your sanity. There are only some things in the game that can be accessed while your sanity meter is at max. Be aware of this if you feel like you're stuck at certain points in the game.
Some part must be out of place.
Once you find the phase emitter, you'll unlock the ability to increase your maximum sanity. This is done by defeating a Smiler with the emitter. Consequently, if the Smiler or any other entity defeats you, you'll lose 1 max sanity. Armed with this knowledge, you can be a true survivor in the Backrooms and conquer whatever the game throws your way. Well, most of it anyway. We have lots more to cover, but this will get you started. Please do me a favor and take a moment to subscribe. It means a lot personally and will help the channel grow. You'll also see my latest videos as they release. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video on Transliminal, check out some of my other playthroughs of the game here, and until next time, stay liminal. Bye now.
See you on the other side!